everybody, Claire here from Van Isle Labradoodles, and we're here with the 3-week update for the Café Noir litter. And this week we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do our version of reality TV. If you'll look at these puppies, you can see that they are not sparkling clean. We wanted to leave them in their so-called natural state because they've reached a really important milestone this past week, and that is that they're started to eat solid food. So because they've started to eat the solid food, what they're having right now is goat's milk combined with pablum as well as some pumpkin. So as you know, if you've had a baby and fed pablum, it is a sticky business. So the puppies have the pablum and the pumpkin all over themselves, and they are quite a mess. But we wanted to show you what they actually look like, rather than always just saying that the puppies learn to eat solid food, sometimes off of one another more than actually out of the pan. They're all doing really well eating out of the pan now. And in just a few minutes after we give you some of their other information and milestones, we'll show you what it's like when they do eat out of the pan. So lots of milestones this week to talk about, and then we'll move into just a little bit of a short segment on house training tips for you, and then we'll show you the puppies while they eat out of the pan, which is a messy business, but really fun to watch. So the puppies are 3 weeks old now, and so many milestones this week, all major ones. You'll see as you watch them here with me that they've really become dogs now. They're a lot more vocal, and you can see they're all up on all fours and they can walk. That's a huge change for them. And because they can all walk now, they have been moved into the doodle den. They are no longer in the maternity ward. And you'll see over here we have a couple of teddies. They're starting to interact with toys. They're playing with one another. They've really changed so much and matured so much this past week. It's an enormous difference. So we see lots of changes with them. They also have their ears open now, and that makes a big difference. So they respond now already to puppy, 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 puppy. You can see that they all stop and they look, because that's their cue for meaning that the pan with the food is coming. So I'm going to get Reynold to pass me the pan in just a second here, because they're all getting hungry. And then we'll go through and do their weight update. So if you can just get me the pan of food there, Reynold, and we'll show you how they go about eating. Puppies, 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 puppies. Come on, puppies. Oh, what's here? What's here? And there we go. As soon as they find it, they're quite excited. There's always a little bit of a pushing festival going on and a little bit of shoving to get the best spot in there. So they do all still nurse with Oceana. I'm just going to get Pink collar because she's getting herself worked up. Come here, baby. Here we go, sweetheart. There we go, baby. She's getting all concerned that she's not where she's supposed to be. Sometimes they are fast at finding their way, and sometimes they're slow. The first puppy, by the way, who was able to successfully lap out of the pan was Green collar, followed by Pink collar. So she knows what she's doing. And we're going to just reach over here and get this little one. Now the puppies right now are not where we have them staying. We've moved them so that we can shoot this video for you. So they are not normally on the floor, which you can see is a bit slippery for them. So they're having a little bit of traction there. But there they go. They're all going to eat away. And I hope you'll understand if I don't pick them all up individually when they're all wet. But we'll let you enjoy watching them. And after they eat, they'll probably do some playing. You can see here on brown, or I'm not sure if this is brown or blue collar boy. He's really mucky. He really shows up on the white. And what you're really seeing here, that color, that's pumpkin. You can see in their food here, it's got an orange tinge to it, and that's because the pumpkin's in there. And the reason for the pumpkin is to help their digestive system. Pumpkin's a really great thing. It keeps them both regular and provides good probiotics. And they all really like the taste of it. So we feed our dogs pumpkin every day, and they eat it for life. So we'll just let them eat for a bit there and have some fun. And I'll just grab my notebook here and tell you about their weights for this week. So So you'll notice that there's been some good weight gains because they have moved on to solid food rather than just eating eating from the milk bar with Oceana. So first we'll start with light blue collar. So he now weighs 1.09 kilograms. He gained 302 grams this week. In the previous week, he'd gained 243, so that's a good increase. Green collar boy, he is 1.4 kilograms, and he gained a whopping 458 grams. So he clearly had no problem working the pan there. And as I said, he was the first one to learn how to use the pan. Brown collar boy, he gained 418 grams. And last week, he had only gained 223. So you can see when I was mentioning before that just because a puppy is one of the smaller ones initially, that doesn't mean they're going to stay that way. So brown collar boy was not getting the best position at the milk bar, but he's able to access the pan, and so that way he is able to gain more weight. Red collar boy, he's up 462 grams, so he clearly also has no problem with the pan, and he weighs 1.32 kilograms now. Orange collar, he is the biggest puppy of them all. Now, if you just look over there right now, you can see orange collar is wearing some of his food, and one of the other puppies is taking it off of them. So they're a little bit worked up here. That's green collar boy. Currently, green collar boy is the squawker of the group. He is very, very quick to complain and make it audible to everybody. And you'll see the puppies are doing a little shiver right now. That's because they've just eaten from the pan, and because this is still a new process for their bodies, they do tend to shiver a little bit afterwards. It's room temperature, but they are not all huddled together when they eat, so sometimes you'll see a little shiver from them. Totally normal, nothing to worry about. And you'll see these ones over here are busy interacting with the teddy and having fun. And brown collar boy is doing a little bit of a shiver. Pink is doing a little shiver, but that'll end in a minute. So as I said, orange collar boy is the bruiser of the group at 1.54 kilograms. Purple collar boy, he gained 310 grams and he's 1.32 kilograms now. Pink collar girl, she was up 410 grams and she's at 1.28 kilograms. Peach collar girl, she gained 400 grams and she's at 1.35 kilograms. And dark blue collar is up 364 grams, and he is at 1.05 kilograms. Dark blue collar is still the smallest puppy in the litter. So it may be that he ends up being the smallest. Oh my goodness, there's some crying over there. So that's their weight gain, and those are their enormous achievements for this week. And we just couldn't be more excited when this time comes. It's really fun when they open their ears and when they start walking around and interacting with each other and toys. It's really just the nicest time of all for us. I particularly like it right now because they don't have their teeth yet. So they're lots of fun to sit with and play with because they don't bite me yet. In a couple of weeks from now, when their teeth are a little bit sharper, then you have to have long sleeves on and a high neck because those little teeth are really sharp to start off with. So they can hear now, and as you saw, I was calling them and doing the puppy puppy. There's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, so that they know the food is coming. But what we're doing with that is identifying our voices, calling them to come, and food. So that way they learn right from the beginning that people calling them means something good is going to happen. It's a great reinforcement that starts off easily. They respond to it naturally. I'm just going to go get this one puppy over here again. He's making a fuss. And of course, there we go. We know who it is. It's Mr. Green Collar Boy, who likes to, as I said, make himself heard all the time and make a big fuss about things. Say, what's the matter with you? Eh? What's the matter, you big silly boy? Oh, so you can hear they can be quite vocal now. You might hear one of them bark, a couple of them bark, which is really quite cute, and a couple of them growl at one another when they're playing as well. So I'm just going to leave them to do their own thing right now, and if they start playing and interacting, then Reynolds will move their camera down and let you get a look at that, and hopefully they'll maybe show some of their barks and growls. If not, for you families who are on this reservation list, when you come next week for your puppy family visit, then you will experience barking, growling, and playing all in person. And you'll all be getting an email from me shortly with some health and safety protocols for our upcoming visit next Saturday. So that's going to be lots of fun. They're very mobile, as you can see, so they'll be quite happy to interact with you. So that's the puppy's accomplishments for the week. Oceana's accomplishment is she's going, phew, she gets a little bit of a break now. We have the pen set up for the puppies so that they're enclosed in an X pen with a door that has a high level on it so that they can't get out, but Oceana herself can get in and out. And then we have a second X pen around that so that there is a private area for Oceana when she wants to be totally away from the puppies. She can rest, she can eat, she can sleep. And then that also has a door so she can come in and out and interact with us and the other dogs. But mostly it's for at night when she's overnighting with the puppies and she doesn't want to have them constantly trying to nurse. She's able to get out, sleep in her own bed. So that's a big step for her as a mom, and it always is a time when we see our moms visibly go, oh, phew, the hard part is over. Now their demands, or the demands on them, are starting on the decline as we start to feed the puppies more and more. So that's a great thing for Oceana. And we really want to say thanks to Oceana's guardians, who are Pat and Terri. They do a fantastic job of keeping Oceana in tip-top condition. She's a happy girl. She's in wonderful physical shape. And this pregnancy, birth, and looking after the puppies has been a breeze for her, partly due to their care. And we also want to give a big shout out to Hombre's guardians, Lawrence and Barb. They do a fabulous job with Hombre as well, and keep him in tip-top condition, which results in us having these really wonderful, healthy, happy puppies. So one of the biggest things for everyone, and one of the main questions we're always asked, is house training. What's the best way to do it? What's the most successful way to do it? Is there any tips, any shortcuts? So it's going to be the same as I've said in all my messages for training of any sort: consistency. The most important thing is consistency. The puppies, after their family visits next weekend, are going to start going outside. They will have full access to the doggy door. They'll learn how to use the doggy door pretty much in 24 hours. They're really good at learning it. And they're going to start going outside. Once they go outside, they learn right away and naturally that this is where they want to eliminate. So your puppy's going to come home to you already with that knowledge that I go to the bathroom outside. Now, not all of you are going to have a doggy door, and probably none of you are going to have a doggy door, but that's okay. The basic concept is there that we eliminate outside, not inside. So they're already going to have that in place, which is a good head start. Then after that, the main thing is for you to be consistent and to be aware. So if you have Alexa, Siri, or any of our technological assistants, or you have a timer on your stove, whatever you have, make sure you set a reminder and an alarm and a timer for yourself that's going to go off at least every hour. You may need to make it every 45 minutes at first, but at least every hour. And no matter what, unless your puppy is asleep, you're going to take your puppy outside to go to the bathroom. Labradoodles are super smart puppies. They learn really quickly. They like to learn. So it's not difficult to house train your puppy, especially when they already come with the idea that they go outside. It's just consistency and you being aware of the time and remembering to take them out. Now, last week I mentioned in the video that you want to choose the door that your puppy is going to go in and out of to go to the bathroom. So you want to be sure that that's the door that you use. You want to be sure that you keep using that door every single time. And it's a very easy matter to train your puppy to learn how to knock on that door when they want to go out. So every time the puppy wants to go out, you can hang bells and teach your puppy to ring the bells. Or you can teach your puppy just to paw on the door to let you know that he wants to go outside. Now be aware, when they're little, they may use that as a game and be constantly ringing the bells or knocking on the door. So just keep that in mind if you do use one of those methods. But when you go outside, have your spot all picked out, and initially you're going to want to take your puppy there. You may want to carry your puppy, but I would suggest you take your puppy on the leash right to the spot, and then be prepared to wait until your puppy's gone. Usually it doesn't take too long. They usually go right away, and then when they do go, it's yay, what a great dog, wow, that's the best thing in the world, really happy voice and a treat. If it's a lousy day outside, bring the puppy back in right away, unless your puppy's telling you they want to play. If they want to go explore and wander around a little bit, then let them do that after they've done their business. If they don't go and you've been waiting forever, take them back in, but only for a couple of seconds, turn around, go back out and try again. Some people use the pee pads like we have the puppies on. Some people put them just inside the door. Some people put them just outside the door. Some people put them on the spot outside where they want their puppy to go. Some dogs really relate to that, and it can work really well. Other people don't want to have the puppy dependent on the pee pads, so it's totally up to you how you want to work that. The other thing you want to do is make sure that you're always able to see your puppy, and somebody is always watching the puppy. So if you see any signs of them when they start to circle or they have their nose to the ground, whoosh, you can pick them up and get them out the door right away. So one thing that's really great for that is a leash you can buy that has a good length to it and goes actually around your waist. It's called a hands-free leash. And after your puppy's been house trained, it's also excellent if you happen to be the type of person who runs or jogs and you want your puppy to come with you once they're old enough to do that type of activity. Then you can still be running, or you can have your puppy attached to you when you're walking, and if you're one of these people who looks at their phone, so you have your hands free. Or if you're going somewhere and you're carrying something, it works out really well for that. You can find those at PetSmart and most all pet stores. You can find them. Just ask for a hands-free leash. It's a pretty good investment to have. So then if you're busy on the telephone, on the computer, cooking, cleaning, whatever you might be doing, and you can't keep eyes on your puppy 100%, that way the puppy is tethered to you and you're aware of what your puppy's doing. Puppy can't disappear somewhere around a corner and pee where they're not supposed to. Now during the night, when they're in their crate sleeping, if they wake up and they need to go out, you want to go out that same door, but the one thing you want to be sure of at night is you carry your puppy outside. Same thing first thing in the morning, don't let your puppy out of the crate and walk around. Pick your puppy up and take your puppy outside right away. Good general rule of thumb is every time they wake up, outside right away to go to the bathroom. After they've eaten, outside to go to the bathroom. And we recommend to everybody that you pick everything up around 7 p.m. so that they have a really good empty tummy when they go to bed at night. So those are the main things to keep in mind for house training. It's not as daunting as it sounds, and really it is not a difficult task. Your dog will get it really quickly, just provided that you are consistent and to remember to take your puppy out every hour. So that's your update for this week, and that's your tip for this week. I hope you're all really excited to come next week for your puppy family visit. We are very excited to see you, and we will give the puppies a bath for that, so we won't have reality quite so much when you come next week. So they'll be all nice and soft and shiny clean. Bathing, of course, is a bit stressful for the puppies, and just moving them into the doodle den and then from the bed they got used to yesterday over to here to shoot this video, that's enough stress for them in one day, so we didn't want to add a bath to it as well. And we also wanted to show you what it's like when they do get covered with their food. So now that you've seen that, we'll take their photographs tomorrow and we'll give them a bit of a cleanup for that. So we hope you enjoyed the video. We really enjoyed having some of the comments with name selections that people have in mind. If you've got some names and you haven't shared them with us yet, post them in the comments below this video. And if you have any more questions about house training, be sure to ask those in the comments too. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, and we hope that it was helpful for you. And we look forward to seeing all of our families next Saturday. Thanks for watching.